Let's bring in New York Republican Congressman Lee Zeldin. He's the Republican nominee in the New York governor's race and says if elected, he would remove DA Bragg on day one because the governor has that power. Just listen to former Inspector Paul Morrow, who was on our show yesterday. Congressman, would get your reaction on the other side.
Our law-abiding citizens have to worry about having the full weight of the law come down on them at work when career criminals are walking around free and getting every benefit of the doubt. And we now have in New York City, Alvin Bragg, who has managed to make himself, through his handling of this case and some other measures, central to the New York State governor's race that's upcoming in November.
This matters, Lee, because you have Governor Hochul right now. She would have the power to do something. She hasn't done anything, but you said you would change things if you were to be elected?
That's right. This would be the first thing that I would do on day one as governor come January, is to fire the Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg. The governor of the state of New York has the constitutional authority to remove a district attorney who refuses to enforce the law. Alvin Bragg has been doing this since day one when he first took office. All sorts of crimes across the board he's refusing to prosecute at all. Other crimes he's prosecuting as lesser offenses. If you, as a district attorney, want to change a law, you bring your case to the state capitol, you state your argument, you try to change the law. But you have a duty to enforce the law. That's the oath that you take, and he's refusing to do his job. So I would remove him. It would be the first thing that I would do my first day in office.
The bodega workers are not sitting back. They are demanding some change. They're going to be meeting with Alvin Bragg, that prosecutor, this morning. We'll see how that turns out. But Fernando Mateo, he was on last night with Laura Ingraham, and he said this.
Jose Alba was a victim. Jose Alba was standing his ground. Jose Alba defended himself from being killed. Mayor Adams came forward and said he supports Jose Alba. Alvin Bragg needs to do the same. He needs to understand that what he has done is a terrible mistake, and we're hoping that he's going to come to his senses.
It's interesting because Alvin Bragg didn't even wait to try to do an investigation before charging Alba with second-degree murder and taking him right over to Rikers, where his wounds from the stabbings were infected. And now we find out that the girlfriend who is stabbing Alba won't be arrested, apparently. And so you have this confluence of events. And yesterday, Maura was asking us, is this the tipping point case? What is your sense? You're talking to a lot of voters on the ground about not just this case, I know, but all the crime leading up to it. But could this one be a tipping point?
For sure, New Yorkers across all walks of life are talking about crime and public safety as their #1 issue right now. We lead the entire country in population loss. There are multiple reasons why. Crime and public safety get cited. Opportunity in the economy certainly get discussed as well. And you look at other states where you might feel freer. Now, in this case, as you just pointed out, the Jose Alba, you have somebody who is innocent. He gets slapped with a murder charge. You point out that he gets stabbed. The person who stabs him doesn't get charged with anything. And then we saw with the Newcastle's bail laws, which went into effect, there was a story that came out of the Post last night about two people arrested, part of Mexican drug cartels, caught with $1.2 million worth of crystal meth. Because of New York State's cashless bail law, they were instantly released back out on the streets. So New Yorkers talking about crime and public safety, they see a district attorney refusing to enforce the law. They have a governor saying, cut him some slack. He just got there. He's doing his job, not holding him accountable. And then you have these laws that are on the books, like cashless bail and more, and a push to go even further with one-party rule up in Albany. People feel less safe on the streets, and they feel like they have to go elsewhere to be able to live a life where their money goes further, they feel safer, they live life freer.
All right, well, 4 months to go until there's an election here. You are the Republican nominee for the gubernatorial race. We'll pay attention to all of it. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you, Dana.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.